Police are searching for James Thomas, believed to be...
Sanjuro, which is a 1962 Jidaigeki film, directed by Akira Kurosawa. But yeah, like I remember when I watched Sanjuro a year ago, I mostly just didn't understand it. I couldn't really grasp the story that much because I feel like, and it's something I was talking to a coworker about today. I was telling them about us recording tonight. That Yojimbo, I feel like, is a lot more universally understandable. Not just because, like, obviously that movie, like, they pretty much remade it with white people, fistful of dollars. But also I feel like the a lot of the themes and like a lot of the structure of that first movie are like kind of more more cross cultural. Like
the basic premise of like, oh, a stranger comes to town and there's like
Yeah.
two warring like clans or whatever. That's like, yeah, you could plop that into any culture and would probably make sense.
Yeah, like there are a lot of stories that are basically Yojimbo, just like with different settings. Whereas like I think Sanjuro, the story of Sanjuro, the characters and the relationship between the characters, I feel like are a lot more based in just like very specifically Japanese culture, and in like and specifically in like understandings of like honor and like just the samurai code, and also just like the specific ways in which like corruption is kind of dealt with and like perceived. I feel like is a lot more culturally specific in Sanjuro.
Yeah, there's a lot more politics in Sanjuro.
Yeah, it's way more talky. There's just like a lot more dialogue in general. But yeah, so because of that, about a year ago, I couldn't really grasp it as much. But then yeah, this time around, I've seen a lot more, not just samurai films, but I've absorbed a lot more Japanese content, which like damn, saying that out loud.
You want to run that back? Give that another take. Yeah, with the themes in with the themes in Yojimbo, like, you're right, they're definitely like, I feel like it is more universally applicable, but it's also like those themes that I think pertain to like, Japanese culture, or even like, taking the piss out of like the samurai genre. Those are like, I think much more like subtly inserted. Like, for example, I mean, everything Sanjuro does is just like shitting on the whole concept of like, loyalty to their clan.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one random samurai that just runs off right before the decisive battle. It's much more like the texture of the film that it's like, you sort of like junking all these ideas of like, traditional like hierarchies, whereas like in Sanjuro it's much more literal, like,
Yeah.
oh, my uncle's the chamberlain and there's a bunch of corrupt chamberlain, and it's like, it's very literal in its messaging and its plotting, as opposed to or as opposed to Yojimbo, which I think ends up being a simpler story.
Yeah, Sanjuro pretty much tells you for the most part how you're supposed to feel, like what is right, what is wrong. Like it is very much a kind of, for the most part, a pretty don't show, like it's almost like a play or something.
The police are searching for James Thomas, believed to be...